And what's up everybody, my name is Blue My Boy, and today I'm going to be showing you guys on how to just do some basic Photoshop stuff. Basically it's just going to be using the content aware healing brush and the smudge tools to be able to get rid of these. I mean, granted they're wonderful, but pretty annoying watermarks. I mean, it's the same photos here, but as you can see here, I'm just going to get these out of the way. But if we can see, I hate Windows 8. See here and here, there is none of them, and I'm just going to show you guys how to simply do it. Now, if you were to do this to use on your website or anything like that, that would be like against like copyright rules. But since you're just doing it for your own content, I think it's all right. So basically, what you want to do is that you want to open up Photoshop. This is Photoshop CC, I believe 2016. You want to go to right here, and you just want to grab the spot healing brush. And you just want to make light strokes here just to get rid of it. I mean, as if you can see, it's causing a, like if we look, like a odd film to come up. Come on, bring it back. And alright, it's gone. But if you look, you can easily see that it was smudged over. And so what we can do is that we can start bringing in color, and can just do that, and then now we can go down here to this, and we don't want the blur. Let's try the blur. Yeah, no, blur just blurs it. We want the smudge tool, and I have it set to this size here. And basically what we're going to try to do is that we're just going to try to just mix these, because you see, by mixing them we can make it look like we didn't actually distort it. And all this is all you do to move, because when I started Photoshop and I would watch these tutorials, like no one gave away like what shortcuts they were doing and everything, so I printed off a massive thing. To zoom in without actually hitting the zoom, I'm holding control and zooming in and out with my scroll. To get the hand so you can move the picture, I'm holding spacebar. And just a simple one is V, just to bring it back to the regular. So when you're done editing, just so you don't actually mix something up, Control Z brings you back like a simple, like let's say I would accidentally do that, brings me back there. But then Control Alt Z actually steps you back in time. So let's say I did something drastic, using that control, that Alt and scroll to get it out. And let's just, and now if we can look. Now, if I were to go back and show it on what it looked like before and oh, I have no idea where that came from. And see, that's where we would use the backwards, because it got rid of it. Again, I have no idea where that color came from, but who cares? And so now I'm just doing my own touch on here, because all this is just blending it to make it look like it's supposed to be there. And drag that up, bring that up just a tad. Alright, I'll do like a before and after of like these two areas right here. But this is what this area looks like here. And then now we can attack this one. Now this one is going to be a little tricky because it's a bigger and it's brighter. And so we go back to our spot healing brush, which is the J, which is the key command for J, and smudge doesn't have one. So now we hit J and see how it goes. Now you sort of want to keep it consistent color wise, like you don't really want to grab that much, because all this is doing is it's grabbing the stuff back here and then it's bringing it up to the front. Like it's basically like if I were just to like copy all this and place it on top, that's all it's doing. It's content aware. It's seeing what's around the picture and it's putting that on. See how it's grabbing from the Patronus? I don't know. As you can tell, my favorite Formula 1 team is Mercedes, and my favorite driver is good old Lewis Hamilton. I don't know, do you guys watch Formula 1? Or any motorsports? I mean, I don't really care for NASCAR, but... Alright. I just don't like oval. I mean, everyone like IndyCar, yeah, it's oval, but I don't know. I like Formula One, Moto GP, GP2, all that. And so now back to this. The reason why this one's gonna be more difficult is because this top part was in the black and in the gray. And now the problem with that is we have all this, but this is why you use the smudge tool, so you can just bring it back, so that you don't have to make sure that it's just all looking right. Alright, and let's just fix some continuity errors. See, that's a continuity error. Okay, let's bring some whites back in. Okay. Seeing if I can maybe drag this black line over. Aha. See, can I get it any further? Okay. I don't like that, so we're just gonna fix that by simply dragging. So, there we go. This is what the picture looked like before. And I should have really included one of it. Alright, so this is what it looked like before. This is what it looked like after. Now, see the reason why you want to do the before and after, so I can realize that. And this is when Control-Alt-Z is going to be your friend here, just to bring this all back. Now if we look, the black line doesn't go that as far, so we can bring in some gray. Oh wow, okay. I'm sorry, I guess I'm learning new things. When you hit Alt while on the smudge tool, it lets you bring in the color that's selected. That is something I did not know, and that is something that is actually kind of cool. Okay. So we're just gonna fix that. Again, fix these continuity errors. Zoom out. Okay, that's the original, and this is it now. So we're just gonna fix that up. Now, of course, you'll never know the difference because you're never gonna have both of them. But this is the before, and this is the after, and I think that looks pretty freaking good. So all I used was the smudge tool and the spot healing brush tool. And all you do is that you use the spot healing brush to pull, I like to call it, where it pulls the background to the front. And then you use the smudge tool just to do color correction. That's all you gotta do. That's it. And now because this is CC16, they completely changed it. This used to be the legacy, which means that it's what you had to do. You used to have to do save for web, which was dumb. So I'm glad they now have this whole brand new screen here. And now I'm saving it to 1920 1080, and we want quality. I like to do PNG because it's the most loss of the file. As you can see here, it's 1.7. And then if we go to JPEG, it's only 497 kilobytes. You're losing a lot of data. So that's why I like running it as a PNG. And I'm just going to put that back on. And I think I want automatic, or do we want preserve details? See, this is when it kicks into my photography side. But anyway, so you do. And then you just hit export. You can save it. And I'm just going to call it video channel done, because I like naming things when it's done or finished, so when I'm doing a job I don't forget about it. And because I really like that, I'm just gonna set that as my new one. Yeah, I like that one a lot better that we did there. So I hope that taught you guys on how to get around some copyright things, because I know when we try to use photos for our own self, we don't want copyrights. I mean, we don't want watermarks. We want it to look just like this, where it's come on, get in the folder. Thank you. Where it's clean, and it looks clean. It's not like this, because I know a lot of people don't like stuff. It's minimalism. But hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope I was able to help you guys and everything. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll read and respond to all of them. You guys have a good one. Peace.